Hello everybody, I'm Steven Snakeyuke and Lindsay of Gamer Station here, and this is Browser Games of the Week for the week of May 15th. Now as a note, these are some of the better browser games that we happen to find for this week. However, some of these games may have actually been released on a previous week on different websites, as we have a tendency of using newgrounds.com as they actually list the date of when the game was published. We usually check there and use their dates instead of other sites. Second of all, the list for this week and every other week is in no particular order of how good or bad these games are. They're just simply in the order of which we happen to found and play them. And lastly, if you think there was a game that should have been on our list but wasn't, then simply leave a comment with the name of the game and a link to the game so everyone can play it. Starting our list this week is a classic game that you may have been in a club involving playing it in high school, which I never was, so that can knock 1 point off of my nerdometer. If you didn't guess it, it's chess! It's not that hard to make a game of chess worse than it really is, because it's kinda simple. Well, except for maybe coding the AI and making it fair. With fun little animations that play when you defeat a piece, which kinda reminds me of Battle Chess by the way, it helps to make the game more entertaining and worthwhile. Seems like there are several decent tower defense games that are being released each and every week. And we have another one! Toys are running amok, that you created, mind you, cause it's always your fault, and they are trying to destroy your hardware shop. It's time to create some homemade devices to stop those toys that you built yourself, because surely those won't backfire on you. It's called Sticking It to Yourself. While the title might sound like something to steer away from, the humor that is put into these games make it worthwhile. Most of these games were done in a very short amount of time, such as one was done in a single hour, which kind of impresses me. And you can obviously see it in the quality of the games. All the games are point-and-click adventure games and are created by the man behind the Riddle School series of games. You can also play an early version of what Riddle School 5 was going to be. I guess you can feel special playing that then, unless you've already played it. So your ship has crashed on an unfriendly planet inhabited with aliens that want you dead. How come all the planets you crash on are always the aliens want you dead? And guess what? You have to survive for 2 weeks till a rescue party can come and save you. Why can't they pick you up sooner? I mean, how far away can they really be? All you have to do is fight off the alien horde during the day as you mine for materials to create more guns, armor, and items. And all this helps to make your base as well. Can you survive, or will you die from hunger? The sequel to, go ahead, take a guess, Gibbets comes Gibbets 2! And if you played the original one, well, you'll probably know what to do in this game. The point of the game is to free all of the hanging man with your bow and arrows. Sounds easy, right? Well, try to free one of these guys when you have to shoot over an object instead of through it. Also, are we freeing the bad guys? The so-called prequel to Infectonator comes Necronator. Maybe I said that right. Maybe I didn't. I really don't care. An RTS game in which you control a horde of the undead and other monsters as you try to take over the country. One city at a time. Kill everyone and everything in sight, and you'll be victorious. Also, can someone tell me how does hitting a house with a sword make it catch fire? If you like Diner Dash or other games similar to that, I think there was one that involves SpongeBob, then you'll probably enjoy Feed Me. The gameplay is very similar to Diner Dash. You seat guests, in this case, they're zombies! Get their orders, bring their food to the table, and then clean up their table. I never knew that zombies ate anything other than humans' brains, or anything involving brains. When you gotta get a pizza delivered, you call Vigor. Also, maybe if you want to make a cheesy porno, he's probably also your man. You play as Vigor, or maybe it's Vigor, I don't know, as he goes on one of his many pizza deliveries. Too bad it just isn't you walking up to a house and giving it to the sexy stay-at-home mom who really likes you. Oh. People like to stand all over the place at factories, docks, and other places. Even aliens like to order pizza from this guy. So a villain has stolen your animator's brush tool, and the villain plans to use it to make an evil army. So he summons you, the hero, to save the day, because luckily he threw you into the recycle bin. Don't you feel lucky? Now it's up to you to destroy every creature and person that passes you with your gun, because anyone that passes you must always be killed. Also, it's an RPG, in which you can level up your character and each one of your guns. Well, at least the puppy isn't stolen by ghosts. That's another game. You play as a robot who really wants a puppy that has been captured by other robots. Make your way through a lab, I guess it's a lab, by collecting power-ups for your kitten, which, by the way, is also used as a weapon. The game is challenging, which means you'll probably die over and over and over again. But it's all worth it in the end, isn't it? Vehicles. Each of us has some interaction with them each and every day. But did you know that there are some good and evil cars? Well, there are, and it's up to you to make sure that the good cars survive and the evil bad ones are destroyed by knocking them off of the map. A puzzle game in which all you have to do is make sure the good cars are left sounds very easy now, doesn't it? But puzzle games are usually always easier said than done. And with that game, this week's Browser Games of the Week list comes to an end. As a reminder, we will be always having new Browser Games of the Week lists each and every Saturday or Sunday. So if you happen to like these videos, or you always want to be up to date on some of the better browser games that came out for a week, simply subscribe to our channel. It's not that hard and it costs you nothing. Just one click will allow you to be up to date always on our videos. Also remember, if you press up, down, left, right, BA, start, you will have 30 plus lives.
Warning, this does not take effect in real life, and there's no guarantee that if you happen to run in front of a bus and get yourself killed, that your extra life will come into place. So please do not attempt it, and if you do, you shall not blame GamerStation. Got it? Okay, please don't do it.